basically not being at the same time or live with your teacher. It is attending it in assignments or that sort of thing. So basically you attend your assignments and you submit them to the teacher through, for example, Google Classroom. Maybe there is many other platforms, but those are the ones that I found. Or those are the ones that are used with us as students. What else can you use Google Classroom for other than assignments? It's a question. Answer it.
Work, work you can meet with the
Stand up and raise your voice.
you can use it like not only for the students, you can use it like as employee or the boss. You can talk with them in the work meeting.
Well, that's a way of using it.
And also use it for share some links and some files that I can upload it on the other programs.
That's an excellent way of using Google Classroom, yes. Well, before entering a voice call or a voice meet, what do teachers tend to use? Teachers tend to use Google Classroom for? Before entering it immediately.
For sharing books or stuff that you will learn in the class.
That is correct. The one that I wanted you guys to figure out was that they will use it as an attendance list. If you would remember that. They did use that a lot. The last way that were used for us just for a short period of time is hybrid learning. Hybrid learning is basically attending a week in online courses and then a week attending it face-to-face in class. And that is the last one of them all. Now, just as everything else in our life, online teaching also has pros and cons. And I'm going to discuss a few of them, and I want to how can I say it? Forget about it. Yes, okay. The pros, mainly the efficiency of online teaching. Although to me personally it wasn't efficient at all, maybe other students found it more efficient than attending the class itself. Online teaching was a great way for you to get the information by sitting at home. I didn't find it that way though. But we can notice the efficiency of it because a lot of students got high marks in those years. Although I believe it's cheating, but we did get the high marks eventually. Accessibility of time and place. This is a simple one, but it wasn't for us, since as students we had to attend 3 hours every single day in the very morning. But generally speaking, online courses are more free. You can enter them at night, at the morning, at the afternoon, whenever you feel suitable for yourself. And you can access them pretty easily, and that's the third point, which is affordability. You don't really need a very high or expensive gadget in order to access these. Your simple phone is enough for you to be able to access these online courses. The final one is improved student attendance. For us, it was a fake attendance because most of us just entered the class and then went back to sleeping. But more students had attended the classes. They didn't really participate, but yet still more attendance was there. It's a point. Suits a variety of learning styles. That is, of course, something that we have to mention, because in this class, traditionally the teacher will come here and he will start explaining in the board. He will write a variety of points and he will start communicating and discussing them with all of you. But that is the traditional way. We have seen it multiple times. However, in online courses, he could, as you guys mentioned, share a book, share his screen, or he can also open a video from YouTube and share it with you guys. And it's that simple, of course. Teachers like Ahmad have used PowerPoint too. That's also an easier way to access it if you're using the gadget itself, rather than setting up, what do you call it? A projector in the class. Now, cons. Inability to focus on screens. Well, as students, when you're only using one gadget at a time, for example, you're using your phone and you're trying to learn, notifications can come from everywhere. Instagram, Snapchat, and WhatsApp, YouTube, all of these notifications, that is not. And notifications coming from everywhere can be a little bit distracting. And also focusing on a small screen, if you're sitting on a living room with all the distractions surrounding you, it's not that easy. Although I'm sleeping at the time. The final point is technology issues. Do you have any examples? Go ahead.
One of the issues that face many people is that they don't have cameras.
That is correct. Another one?
Phone running out of charge.
That is correct. Although you can be prepared for that from the night before.
Audio buffering?
Audio buffering, that's something too. Another one, go ahead.
Connection problems.
That's the one that I wanted to mention. Yes, internet connection problems was certainly an issue, especially that the internet was crowded at the time because of the very morning and everybody's attending their classes. But we got through it, didn't we? The last one is teacher training. It's not the last one, it's one before the last one. Teacher training, how can I explain this simply? It is that not all teachers are well capable of using these gadgets or these devices into their benefit to teaching the students. So they have to take a course or something in order to be able to figure out how to completely use Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams or even Google Meet to their maximum capacity for them to be able to give the information necessary to the students so they can pass. Of course, our Ministry of Education took the liberty of teaching all the teachers before even school starts for about 2-week course, I suppose, for them to be able to use those platforms correctly. Last one is managed screen time. Managed screen time, it's mostly a parent to student issue. Most parents don't want their students or their children to have their phones with them during the school semester. And that would be an issue for some parents because they would rather have their children having a digital fasting, as you can call it. And that would be all the points. As you can see, those are some of the platforms that we did use when we were learning, when we were online learning. And that is the conclusion of my whole presentation. Anybody has any questions?
You have questions?
Go ahead.
Does there is any other programs?
As I mentioned before, me personally, I've used those 3. Maybe there is more. I've heard some people use Discord. I'm not very sure about that though. Any other questions? Go
Do you
ahead.
prefer online classes or in class?
I would prefer face-to-face classes, the traditional ways.
Why not?
I was going to ask the same
The
question.
same question.
Okay, for that question, why would you prefer? For example, who of you would want to share his opinion on this matter? You.
I prefer to have classes face-to-face, like you say, because it's good and you can get the information and you can also interact with the teacher more easily.
That's correct. Any other questions?
I'm gonna answer the same.
The same question.
I would say I prefer physical school because in like online school it's easier to cheat. A lot of people cheat, and in physical school also it's like, and with online school you get easily distracted with notifications and other apps.
Yes.
Like you will start playing video games in the middle of the classroom meet.
But that's not a distraction. That's actually a choice. That's okay. You?
I prefer both. We can have face-to-face learning with gadgets, as we've seen before. So, for example, the teacher can use his laptop or his Google Classroom account and share screens, share books, and we also have the face-to-face interaction with the teacher.
Okay. And that will be the conclusion of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.